Let's talk Libras. Welcome to your first voiceover with Admirable Teachings. I'm Terry. Grand Rising Admirables. This message is for my Libras, Sun, Moon, and Rising in Venus. Now, before I even pull the cards, Libras, I just want you to know I got really excited for you guys. I don't know what came over me, but I got really excited, and I don't even know why. So it's either I'm excited or somebody watching is excited. I'm getting excited over some type of new information, new news, or something you've been waiting on finally starting to unfold. So let's see what Spirit has to say. The first card out, patterns, surrender in reverse, unfoldment, and altar of heart. Okay, Libra, immediately I'm sensing balance. Something feels out of balance, but you're right in the middle of something unfolding, which makes perfect sense because before I even pulled the cards, I felt excitement. Some of you have been waiting on something. Maybe news, maybe a decision, maybe career, maybe love. Whatever it is, Libra, you're excited. And honestly, I love that. But Spirit immediately slowed me down because while you're waiting, Spirit wants you to look at your patterns. They're asking you to look at something from another perspective. Maybe there's something you're not seeing yet. Or maybe you're trying to control the outcome. Spirit is saying surrender. Stop trying to force everything. Just flow. Now, Altar of Heart came out. And I actually love this card because it talks about honoring yourself, pouring back into yourself, loving yourself enough to become a priority again. For a select few, Spirit is saying your self-care has been delayed. You've been taking care of everybody else except yourself. Let's see what our goddess cards have to say about that. The Three of Swords came out in reverse, right on top of patterns. This feels like heartbreak. Maybe delayed heartbreak. Maybe something that happened a while ago, but you're still carrying pieces of it. Spirit is asking you to look at the situation differently. Be willing to change your perspective. For a select few, maybe you're waiting on somebody else to apologize or recognize their own patterns. Maybe you've been waiting for them to change. And that's what's breaking your heart. King of Wands came out. For a select few, this is definitely involving a masculine energy. Then Three of Cups, celebration, teamwork, working together. This relationship doesn't necessarily feel over. It feels like two people who need to sit down, have an honest conversation, talk about what each other or what each person needs, and stop assuming. Because I actually see celebration here. I see teamwork. But you cannot lose yourself trying to save the relationship, Libra. Then Five of Cups landed right on top of Altar Heart. Libra, you keep forgetting about yourself. You're pouring into everybody else where your own cup sits empty. And you know what's funny? I've experienced this myself. Sometimes Spirit will sit you down, not because you're punishing you, but because they're trying to get your attention. When they feel like you're giving too much, doing too much, or losing yourself, they'll slow everything down until you finally pour back into yourself. Trust me, it's much easier when you choose yourself instead of Spirit forcing you to. Then Queen of Cups came out. This made everything make sense. This reading is internal. Patterns is you, your habits, your choices, your response. Spirit isn't asking you to change everybody else. They're asking you to look at yourself first. Then transformation came out, right on top of King of Wands, and surrender. This relationship is transforming. Either you're transforming or this masculine energy is. Honestly, for a lot of you, I feel like you've been waiting for somebody to become who you know they can be. But Libra, you can't sacrifice yourself waiting for somebody else to change. Spirit keeps bringing you back to one question. What do you want? Because for a select few, I don't think you're completely happy. I think you've been waiting for something to unfold before making a decision. Whatever unfolds, I do see celebration. But it starts with you taking care of yourself first, Libra. Then Queen of Wands came out. I've loved this because whatever makes you happy comes because of you, not because somebody else changes, not because somebody else finally gets it together. It's because you finally choose yourself. Then Four of Cups came out. You're tired. Some of you aren't resting. You're carrying everything, doing everything, holding everything together. So some of you are literally the foundation of your household, and nobody even realizes how much you carry. Spirit sees it though, Libra. Now, Earth worship came out in reverse. This is only for a select few of my Libras. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Some of you are dealing with something surrounding a child. Maybe it's grief, maybe a loss, maybe separation, maybe delays surrounding pregnancy. For others, children have simply been on your mind. Spirit wanted me to acknowledge that. Then this masculine energy showed back up again, which tells me this relationship keeps wanting my attention. You're being asked to surrender. You're transforming. They're transforming. But somebody isn't listening to their intuition. An old tree confirmed it. This isn't new. You've known this for a while. You just delayed taking care of yourself. Now, back to the select few dealing with pregnancy or loss. Spirit wants you to hear this. It isn't your fault. Stop carrying something that doesn't belong to you. Whatever happened isn't your fault. Spirit wants you to release that guilt. Six of Swords came out. You do move forward, Libra. Mentally, emotionally, you move forward. Whether this is grief or this relationship, you move forward. Forgive, but don't forget. There's wisdom in what you've experienced. Eight of Pentacles came out in reverse. Money may feel tight for some of you, but hear me when I say this. Self-care doesn't always cost money. Somebody needs to hear that. Go for a walk. Stretch. Meditate. Sit outside. Take 10 or 20 minutes just for yourself, Libra. Sometimes that's enough to start changing everything. Just that little bit. Then, Witch came out in reverse. Again, whatever happened surrounding that child, Libra, was outside of your control. Please stop blaming yourself. And this masculine energy keeps coming back. For a select few, their actions have nothing to do with you. Stop carrying embarrassment, guilt, or shame because of choices someone else made. That's theirs, not yours. Then Psyche came out, liberated walker. Spirit keeps repeating the same message. Self-care, self-care, self-care. You delayed yourself long enough, Libra. Now, I want to leave you with one final positive message. So I pulled one more card. Burnout. Full circle, Libra. That confirmed everything. A lot of you are working incredibly hard towards something. You're creating, building, dreaming, and you're excited, Libra. But remember, that excitement that I felt before we even started, nothing here says your blessings are delayed. Nothing here says you're denied. Spirit is simply saying, slow down. Balance yourself. Take your time. Because if you don't, You'll burn yourself out before you ever get to enjoy what you've been working so hard to build. Libra, balance is your superpower. Use it. Take care of yourself first. Everything else begins to align after that. For my select few dealing with grief, take your time. Healing isn't a race. And again, it wasn't your fault. For another select few, I still strongly feel a delay surrounding pregnancy. But I also feel that once you begin pouring into yourself again, taking care of yourself, and reducing your stress, that blessing begins to move. That blessing begins to move again, Libra. So if that message was for you, receive it, Libra, fully. Now, overall, I actually really like this message. It spoke to me personally. I hope it gave you something to reflect on as well today. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Please like, share, and subscribe if this message spoke to you. Especially share if you know someone probably can benefit from this message. This is what this is about, helping one another. Love you guys. Bye, Admirables. Go live an admirable life, not through my eyes, but through your own. Bye.